Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Susanna Oktay. For our top stories, 2,237 new cases of COVID-19 confirmed on Thursday, 15 additional deaths reported. Mongolia receives 899,730 additional Pfizer vaccine doses donated by USA through COVAX. Mongolian artists participate in the Asiatiska FilmFestivalen for the first time. For other news, stay tuned. The Ministry of Health reported that 2,237 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed nationwide in the past 24 hours, and 15 more people have died. As of today, 2,237 new cases were confirmed within the past 24 hours. 6,500 patients have recovered. Unfortunately, 15 more people between the ages of 21 to 80 died due to COVID-19 complications. Of today's new cases, all cases are of domestic transmission. 1,107 cases were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar and 1,130 were confirmed in the provinces. Among the 22,110 COVID-19 patients being treated at hospitals nationwide, 13,006 are showing mild symptoms of illness and 332 are in critical condition. Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs.
899,730 more Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine doses has arrived in Mongolia. These doses were delivered through COVAX facility and came directly from the Pfizer manufacturing plant in Kalamazoo, Michigan. This donation is in addition to the 188,370 doses delivered earlier this month by USAID. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, the United States has provided nearly $8 million in support to Mongolia, including $3.7 million in additional urgent COVID-19 assistance provided in early September 2021. This assistance is providing life-saving medicine testing kits, urgent medical equipment and supplies, oxygen therapy and personal protective equipment. USAID also provided 50 high-quality ventilators in December 2020 and follow-on training needed to treat critically ill patients. The United States is the largest single country contributor to COVAX. The U.S. government contributed an initial $2 billion contribution to Gavi in March, which supports procurement and delivery of COVID-19 vaccines through COVAX facility. In July, the United States government provided an additional $2 billion contribution for Gavi that will help fill the gap in COVAX vaccine supply.
Here's the currency exchange rates provided by Monks Bank. Mongolian artists are participating in the Asian Film Festival held in Sweden for the first time. The annual Asian Film Festival is an international event held in Stockholm. This year, the Embassy of Mongolia in the Kingdom of Sweden is working with the organizers to promote Mongolia through films. Here are the details from our MNB reporter in Sweden, Alter Hishik.
The film festival, which is being held from September 28th to October 30th, features Mongolian films such as Woman, Emin Sotal, and Shilus, selected by the organizers.
It's the first time we have films from Mongolia this year, and it was. I think it's important for us. It's important to try to represent all the countries the festival represents. That's 27 countries in South and Southeast Asia, and we chose this film just because we thought that they were good and that we really liked them, and that it was a good opportunity to give them a voice and some place here in Sweden, because it's not often that we can see a Mongolian film in theaters in Sweden.
3 Mongolian films are being screened on this annual festival. These films will be screened for an entire month starting from October 1st. On this occasion, we are seeking the opportunity to promote Mongolian culture and customs, as well as cuisine to Nordic people and the Swedish audience.
As part of the Asian Film Festival, a Mongolian night promotional event was organized at the Grand Cinema in Stockholm, and short videos showing horsehead fiddle performances, national culture, customs, and natural sightseeing places related contents were presented to the audience. In addition, an event to promote the Mongolian national script, dairy products, and sweets was also organized.
I have just watched the movie Woman. As a viewer and a person who lived in Scandinavia for more than 20 years, I think the movie did manage to show and convey the idea of the Mongolian nomadic lifestyle and philosophy of life, as well as showing Mongolia's beautiful nature. And I want to congratulate our filmmakers for displaying their movies for the first time in Northern Europe.
The Mongolian films will be screened for an entire month, and the festival will take place in 6 other cities as well.
Our next story. In our country, the gender ratio among teachers is exceptionally high. For example, only 2% of all teachers working in the industry is male in Ulaanbaatar. For instance, there are only about 10 male kindergarten teachers. One of them, Atumbat, who has been working in the field for 10 years, is featured in the following news story.
This is Atumbat, who works at the Mongol Betlagayong kindergarten in Hangul district. He is one of the examples that disprove the common theory that men cannot be early childhood educators. He said that it is important to be understanding of each child's needs and also to treat them like friends at times. A day with children is filled with laughter and crying, smiles and tears. They would easily get really emotional and excited and would even call him dad at times.
Every child is different. It requires us teachers to use many different methods when working with them. It is very important for teachers not to be limited to the traditional way of educating, but to learn modern approaches. Teachers should always learn new skills by doing research and studying new practice.
Atumbat has 20 children in his class. It is not an easy job to feed them, educate them, and teach them basic life skills. As Atumbat said, when taking a new class, sometimes parents would hesitate because he was a male teacher. There had been even a few times when parents asked for their children to be switched to another class. However, after 1 to 2 months, parents understand that there is no need to be hesitant over their children's teacher's gender.
сайн зажилж идэх нь бидэрт ямар хэрэгтэй вэ хүүхдүүд ээ?
In kindergarten, children learn the skills to take care of themselves and one another. They switch rounds to set off the table and help each other.
At first, it is a little bit uncomfortable to work with a male teacher, but we started to work really well with each other in no time. There is nothing different to assist a male teacher than it is to a female teacher. Every teacher is professional regardless of their sex.
After graduation, Atumbat worked with 3 fellow male teachers at the 101st kindergarten in Söngenharhan district. At first, it felt quite hard to work at the kindergarten, but he said he never once gave up on his job. He is married and a father of 2. During work, he is focused on educating the children in his class, and after work, he focuses on being a good father. In our country, there are only around 20 male kindergarten teachers.
Here's the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more stories and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.